Hey yo, what is up? This is the TT-13-M Czechoslovakian heavy tank in tier 9. Now this tank has got rocket boosters, just in case you didn't know. It's like SpaceX and China, you know. SpaceX got the rocket boosters that can self-land. So does China now. And now that China has the rocket boosters, so does Czechoslovakia. We got rocket boosters too. Now I don't know what the significance of this tank being leaked at this time of the season, where it is the beginning of the Christmas events. There is a possibility that this thing will be coming out early 2024 or maybe even sooner, who knows. With wargaming, you really can't discount anything because anything can happen. They could have an ace up their sleeve. They could have an event in the middle of Christmas celebrations. Who knows what's going on? But there is a reason why they are leaking out this information right at the beginning of the holiday ops. So it's got to be sometime soon. The way I'm looking at it, it's got to be sometime around 3 weeks or 1 month. So this is either in the middle of holiday ops or this is immediately after holiday ops. And what they've done is this tank has been out in Supertest, and I think it's probably out in Supertest for some time now, and they have gone ahead and they have buffed it quite a bit. And why have they buffed it quite a bit? I think they want to make this tank as successful as possible. This is possibly a whole new line of tanks with rocket boosters from the Czechoslovakian tech tree. So maybe they want to kick it off with a bang, you know, start off with a Czechoslovakian tier 9 heavy tank that is a little bit better than the rest of the tier 9 heavy tanks out there. That is just my speculation, of course. You know, I'm just taking a wild educated guess, you might say, or maybe not so educated, I don't know. But this is what I think. I think they could be coming out with a new line of Czechoslovakian rocket booster heavy tanks, and they don't want the first one to suck. You wouldn't too if you were selling, you know, if you were selling tanks. Anyway, hit points buffed 100 HP from 1750 to 1850. The engine horsepower as well boosted from 550 horsepower to 600 horsepower. Remember, this has rocket boosters, which means you're gonna get 5 seconds, 10 seconds of boost, and with the boost you're supposed to get 1650 horsepower, and now they boosted it to 1800 horsepower, and the power to weight ratio as well from 10 HPT horsepower per ton, and the new number is closer to 11 horsepower per ton. The speed remains the same, 30 kilometers an hour going forward, 14 in reverse. Rotation speed has been increased because of the engine horsepower boost as well. So from 20 degrees, you're going to get 26.08 degrees. Hull armor 100 on the front. Obviously this is sloped, so the effective armor is going to be hell of a lot more than 100. 70 on the side and 70 at the back. Turret armor 300 millimeters frontally. Also there is spaced armor, also it is sloped. There is also a tiny slither of a cupola, which is actually from the side view it looks like it's going to be easy to hit because the top of the turret is angled down and forward, which means it's going to expose that front left cupola quite easily. Or if you're shooting at it, the cupola, there you go, the cupola is on the right. Looks like it's going to be pretty easy to hit because of that frontally sloped turret sloping to the front, making the front a little bit lower and the cupola a little bit more exposed. Now damage, this thing does 490 alpha, It fires AP and APCR as premium shells. Standard AP shells 980 meters per second and APCR at 1180 meters per second. Penetration 244 with the AP, 306 with the APCR. Reload time is pretty slow. We're looking at 14.7. They've buffed it up to about 14 flat. You could probably get this down to about 12 seconds. 12 seconds is still, it's okay, but it's still pretty slow. But remember, you are getting a 490 alpha gun, so that's the trade-off you're gonna get with it. They also buffed it, the accuracy slightly from 0.40, which isn't that great, but 0.38 isn't that much better either. The redeeming quality here is the moving dispersion, 0.15 moving dispersion, if I got the translation correctly, and that makes this a pretty good gun to fire on the move. Aim time 2.78 seconds, been buffed to 2.59 seconds. Just a smidgen of buff there. You still got 10 degrees of gun depression and 20 degrees of elevation. The view range 380 meters, camo 6.95. Now I don't know when they want to put this tank out, but I can tell you the Chinese BZ, what is the name of that tank, BZ whatever tier 9, is already in the live server. There are super testers already driving it around, so maybe that tank will come sooner than this one. I'm not too sure about it, but we'll see what happens. Right now the excitement is being overshadowed with the holiday ops going on simultaneously, with this tank going out into super test with the super testers. So this tank is kind of like flying under the radar a little bit. Not a lot of people are catching its attention, but I did manage to see this out in the forums and in the leak websites. So I thought I'd bring it to you and show you what is coming up. It looks a little bit Chinese, doesn't it? From the back here, it looks like a Chinese ass, and then she turns her head. That's significantly an European head. So that's a Czechoslovakian Chinese copy of a rocket tank. Hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.